So what's up, everybody, man? Um, Last night I got into it with a bunch of people on Clownfish TV, comment sections, and this kind of promoted me to this kind of promoted me to like basically kind of tell you guys that this shit. My channel is usually a red pill channel and everything else, talking about dating, whatever, and in real life and everything else. And like I said, I haven't been consistent because I'm starting to see a whole bunch of shit that's going on in certain spaces. Also, uh, you know, I got what one supporter who support my videos, and like I said, shout out to Jay because he been really supporting me. Uh, a lot of other people stopped supporting. If but then at the same time, I did see some certain people who, not everybody, was under my comments, and I seen them, bouncing over to Obsidian, right? Um, I'm gonna talk about the Obsidian thing soon enough, but I looked at it like, is it really worth putting out my views on the world if at least I don't get no support for it, right? And it's not me just, oh yeah, man, you're not giving me support, but it was cool to get the support, right? Um, and I'm gonna show you that really I don't need the money. All right, I was at one spot where I didn't have no money or whatever, and I recovered. Now I can bring out my story about the person I'm working for right now, but I'll probably say that for later, right? So you got all these doom and gloomers who talk about the gaming industry is dead or the gaming industry is going to crash, and I find it funny that these same people didn't say anything when Microsoft laid off 9,000 was it 1,900 people from Activision Blizzard. Mind you, these are the people who built these popular games for Activision Blizzard. They had nothing to do with the top. They let the top executives leave out with billions of dollars, high hundreds of millions of dollars. But for some reason, you guys was championing it, right? You're the same people who talk about no crunch, but you say that games taking too long, right? So you want developers to work for absolutely pennies on the dollar, and you want the companies to subsidize your fun like Microsoft. There's a reason why Microsoft is putting their four games on PlayStation. I seen them, and I looked at them like, what the fuck is this on my PlayStation for? Like right now, let's uh let's show you guys. So these are the games I recently played. So I just finished the PlayStation 5 version of Resident Evil 4. I got 310 hours on Watch Dogs 2. This is a single player game. So let's look at all the games I have. And let's see. It's funny that all these indie marks, these indie fools and these AA fools will want to talk shit about me and say I'm a drone, I'm this and I'm that. But this is my account. These are all the games that well, these are the games that I bought. So I bought The Last of Us Part 2. I got Spider-Man. I got Resident Evil 7. I got almost every Resident Evil. Call of Duty. I got that right there. I have actually, I don't have the Nathan Drake collection, but I have the original Uncharted games. Life is Strange. They're two AA games that I'm barely playing. I'm barely playing these games at all. Really. I tried Prey because everybody said it was cool, but I didn't like it. These are games, most of these games, I actually own. Unlike the guys who talk shit about video games, they don't play games, but they want to talk about it. Now, the games that I played and that I ended, that I own. I'm playing Remake right now so I can play Rebirth. But I bought Rebirth, obviously. Now, as you see, let's go on Rebirth. Let's go on Rebirth. I got Rebirth. So all I got to do is download it. I'm playing Watch Dogs. These are all the games that I own. And I will tell you games that I don't own. Right? I don't own Drake Collections. I don't own Vampiro. I don't own Ghost of Tsushima. I don't own Tomb Raider. I played it and I didn't like it. I don't own Life is Strange. I got Remastered. I got Hitman 2. I don't got XCO Collection. I have Resident Evil 3, Resident Evil 7. I got all the Dishonors. I don't own Prey. I got Watch Dogs Legion. I got Metro Exodus. I got Metro. I got these games. I got First Light. I got Detroit Become Human. I have all three of these games, but not in this pack. I own Control. I have that. I played that. Streets of Rage. And this is the AA bullshit you niggas talking about. I played it and I didn't finish it. Because it was ass. Cyberpunk, one of the worst purchases that I ever purchased. I played it for 6 hours when it first came out. And I never went back at all. Metro, Detroit, Destroy All Humans. Try to play it. It ended up boring the fuck out of me. I beat Wolfenstein. I beat Wolfenstein 1. I beat 2. I beat 3. Old Blood, whatever. I beat this. I beat Kingdom Hearts already. I own Kingdom Hearts. Ghost Wildlands. This. Grand Theft Auto. I own Nier Automata. I own Far Cry 4. And I own Dexius Human Revolution. Mankind Divided. So, let's see if Xbox games, let's see of your indie bullshit, and let's see why Xbox have their games on PlayStation. Mind you, you're the guys who said that, you are the same people who said that indie games are taking over, indie games are the new future, gaming crash is going to happen. But for some reason, Xbox has so many weak ass games that you just have fun with and nobody's buying an Xbox. And they have to put their games on PlayStation. Now, let's see. Pentiment, $20. This is an Xbox game. It's $19 and I'm not going to buy it. You know why? Because I don't like these kind of corny ass games. But hey. Hey. Indie games are taking over. People would rather play games like this than play AAA games. This is what I was told. And mind you, they said this game runs better on PlayStation than it is the Xbox. So, let's see another one. I don't even know some of their games, and I don't care. But let's try to see. Let's see where it's at. And look, all these AA games, all these so-called indie games, and I am not buying none of these trash ass games. But hey, you guys want to lie and tell the world that indie games are more fun than AA games, even though that's your own opinion. The numbers don't show and don't lie. I think these people think that streaming gamers are actual real gamers. Streamer gamers are only go where the wind blows. These people will play games they say they don't like just for views. It's kind of like the manosphere, kind of like the red pill content too. They will play games and say how woke it is, and then scream at the top of their lungs. Or then say, well, Spider-Man, nobody's playing Spider-Man. But it made so much money in 24 hours. It made his money's back even more. There's a reason why Sony is going downhill, and almost every gaming company is going downhill. It's because of the woke political agenda. When you try to sell video games to a mostly dominated male audience, and you try to put your bullshit in there, of course people don't going to walk away. 2022, I only bought 2 games. Dying Light and Forbidden West. And I bought old games in 2022. I forgot what it was, but I gotta check. So these are all AA games who probably nobody buys. They cost next to nothing. And you won't see me buying these piece of shit games if they were the only games on the market. Because they look like shitty games that have no quote-unquote creativity. Jesus, where the f*** is that? I don't know where the fuck is that. You gotta be kidding me. I know it popped up before. Oh, pre-owned games. Let me go to the pre-owned games. It's probably in there. Right? And mind you, the same people who talk shit about old games being remastered, you don't say anything about you don't say anything when they remaster your games that you like. Isn't it funny that you talk about remasters, but for some reason you don't talk about the remasters that you're a part of the problem and reason why games are getting remastered? Because you want to live out your nostalgia. That's the reason why Rockstar gave us the Definitive Edition, so we could play on our current gen consoles. That's the reason why they gave us the Red Dead Redemption Collection. Even though I could play Red Dead Redemption on my PlayStation 5 through PlayStation Plus. I didn't really need your upscale bullshit. And I wasn't going to pay that money. As you see, I didn't pay that shit. So, I'm going to get this. But I'm not getting this edition. Stellar Braid. So let's, wow. High Five Rush. $40 game. But I thought that, Hi-Fi Rush was better than AA games. Why didn't it stay on Xbox? So Xbox need PlayStation players. But you don't see the big AAA Spider-Man going to PC. They had to take, mind you, it was a illegal data breach, and they poached it and tried to make a PC port for Spider-Man 2. The same Spider-Man that they say they don't want to play. And I called them out on some of these Reddits. Come on, man. Stellar Blade. Like, are you serious? You will never see any big IP coming from Sony or Nintendo when they lose money to go on there to make more money on Xbox, because Xbox players don't play for games. So, as you see, my stuff says purchase. But let's go under stuff to see how many games that I actually bought. Okay. Let's see. Oh, wow. Play on PlayStation. Wow, man, I want to get Resident Evil 3. Jesus, man, I want to play it, man. I really do want to play it. Oh, wow. You already own another edition. Wow, man. Woo. I didn't know. Oh, man. I want a Village. I really do want Village. Wow. I own the physical the copy. Oh, man. You already own this edition. Wow. So, as you see, I own most of these games, right? And it gives me more freedom to wait for games. And I can save money on games because I know exactly which games that I like and which games I don't like. Now, as you see, I got 2 games that I wanna buy. Stellar Blade and Crisis Core, because I'm playing Final Fantasy. Now, Final Fantasy is going to get me into a whole bunch of RPGs. And like I said, and then I'll play RPGs again. So, let's go to my gaming catalog. I've been buying games for a very long time. I buy from certain developers and then I stop buying from them. Ubisoft will never probably get my money ever again. But I own a whole bunch of Ubisoft games. As you see. Kingdom Hearts 2.5. For some people who will sit back and say bullshit about me as a gamer and how I only play movie games, well, these are PlayStation version of the games. I took like a 10 something year break from RPGs, and even more longer break from fighting games. These are my old games on my PlayStation 2. Let's look at them. Tekken 4, Grand Theft Auto 3, Grand Theft Auto Liberty City, Terra Iris, Zone of the Enders, what's it, Meme, Committed, Nomad, Chaos Wars, look it up, King of Fighters, 2002, 2003. I have another RPG, Devil May Cry, Neo Geo Coliseum, Guilty Gear, and Resident Evil 4 for PlayStation. So PlayStation 2. Let's see more. I got Code Veronica for the PlayStation 2. I have Mafia. I have that game right here. I got Street Fighter Alpha Anthology. And I have King of Fighters. So, isn't it funny that these retro gamers can't even talk about games that they actually play or own? I actually have the games and beat them too. Then you see my game collection right here, which is not really all of them, but I just took a picture, a snapshot of them. As you see, the games that I actually own physically. Before I got this game. I got it when it came out. I got Red Dead Redemption when it came out. I got this game on the day of. I showed off the Kingdom Hearts games that I got. Mind you, no one talked about I didn't see people talk about how bad the remakes and the re-release of Kingdom Hearts. I mean, I bought Kingdom Hearts through what, 4 generations? PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4. So 3. 2, 3, and 4. No one talked about how Square Enix was just remastering these games. Yeah, mind you, I bought them, but I wanted to play them on the current hardware because I didn't want to go back and play them, even though I owned them. Last of Us Part 2. As you see a game next there, I always try different games. They just don't stick and they're boring as shit to me. The old games never stick with me like that. I'm never going to go back and buy Kane and Lynch, even though I have trophies for Kane and Lynch in my PlayStation files. See, this is the funny thing about some of you dudes who talk shit about gaming and all of this stuff. I don't think I can go on my trophies. I don't think I can go on my trophies at all. Shit. No. I don't think I can. So mind you, I got a couple little bit of friends on my PlayStation. I think I can't show my trophies on here. I don't know. But it's what is it? So here we go. Hopefully it shows my PlayStation games. So as you see, I tried a whole bunch of different games and end up throwing them back. But I don't think it's down there. I have old ass games that I literally have on a PlayStation 3. These are, yeah, they're not gonna go. Oh, here we go. They're gonna go all the way back. So the funny part, Peace Walker HD edition, Metal Gear Solid 3. Yep, we're going to my PlayStation 3 era. So isn't it funny that I can show off all of the games that I played on PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4. I bought this, downloaded it, and I didn't really play it. Okay, Altered Beast, Metal Gear Solid 4, Ground Zero. I remember back in the day when people were talking about how expensive gaming was back then and how it was going to explode because if they're going to make us pay for demos, people are just going to stop buying games. Yeah, wasn't y'all talking about that back then? When I think Ubisoft told everybody they had to pay $40 for the demo, for the Metal Gear Solid 5 demo that people still bought, even myself. As you see, Darkness. People want to brag about how many games they play, Resistance. But somehow, some way, Army of Two. Wow, look. Wow, that's amazing. Assassin's Creed 2. A single player game has almost 90% trophies. Wow, that is incredible. That is incredible that a guy who you said I just play online games. Brotherhood, 61%. Wow, Kane and Lynch, an AA game. Back in the day. Force Unleashed. Heavy Rain. Batman Ark Asylum. Oh, wow. I didn't know that. An AA game called Wanted Army of Faith. Weapons of Faith. Wow. Wow, let's... Marvel Ultimate Alliance? Wow. Cross Edge? Wow. I didn't understand. I didn't try the platinum games. Oh, Prototype? Wow. I actually played these games. Bayonetta? Wow. Isn't it crazy that I could show my gamers, I could show my gaming from the PlayStation 3 to now, and I actually played these different types of games, and I didn't just play movie games? Watch Dogs 2. Ghost Recon Wildlands. Wow. You could tell which games that I played a lot and which games I didn't play a lot based off me going back into the game and me playing those games and just grabbing trophies. I never try to get trophies. Definitive Edition, 76% of trophies of the game. Infamous 2, an old ass game. Where's my Infamous 1? Where's my Infamous 1? Where's my Infamous 1? Did it even go? Did it even have trophies in the Infamous 1? I don't know. Metro Exodus. I played it multiple times. And these new games that I'm playing. So I don't get the bullshit that niggas are these piece of shit fake gamers are trying to tell guys that, you know, they're somehow losers because they like Sony games and stuff like that. But my gamer collection is very diverse. I got RPGs, fighting games, first person shooters, some puzzles games. But for some reason, I want to go back to playing PlayStation 2 games when I actually own PlayStation 2 games. I literally gave up a whole bunch of games because they were... Wow, let's see how many games that I played. The top games that I played in 2020. Last of Us Part 2, 82 hours. Red Dead Redemption, 71 hours. Metro Exodus, 60 hours. First person shooter, that's my genre. Wow. Mafia Definitive Edition, 55 hours. Watch Dogs, 54 hours. Watch Dogs 2, 41 hours. Dying Light, 28 hours. Dishonored Definitive Edition, 27 hours. These are all the games that I beat in a year. When I started writing down all the games that I beat in a year. I beat over 20 games in 2018. So you people can say, oh, you dudes stay at home and play video games. Well, if I had stayed at home and played video games, it would be a hell of a lot more than 20 games that I beat in 2018. 2019. These are all the games that I beat, which was 18 games. 2020, 34 games. Now, 34 games, everybody know what happened in 2020. And people want to ask, why did it take me so long to play all these different games? If you were just at home. Dream Drop Distance, if you played the game, takes a lot of hours to play. This is why I don't like playing RPG games, because they take a lot of they take a lot of your time. Dream Drop, this is one of the reasons why I couldn't play a whole bunch of other different games. Let's see right here. The rest of the games are single player games. I beat Killzone first time and didn't want to play it ever again. And Spider-Man as well. And Spider-Man Miles Morales, because it came out. And those games takes a long time as well. Red Dead Redemption 2. 2021. As you see all these on here. The Darkness. BioShock. All these 33 games. (2022). I only beat 19 games. Days Gone, Metro Exodus, Last Light, Burial Sea. That's the DLC I played. And last year, 2023, 26 games. Right? Look at all of the Resident Evil games. Look. Resident Evil 7, Resident Evil 4, Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil 3. Days Gone. Spider-Man. That vampire game took a long time to beat, too. Because I was actually loved playing that game. Oh, wow. Code Veronica, which I bought and played in PlayStation Plus. I played the Separate Ways, DLCs. All the DLCs I played that year. I bought this day one, but I didn't play it until a year later. Now, these are the games that I bought last year. I have receipts and everything else. This is actually my receipts for me buying these games. Funny how people want to act like I don't buy video games, right? So, Modern Warfare 3. Oh, wow. After I beat Code Veronica in PlayStation Plus, I bought it. I got Ragnarok last year. Wow. But old games, but Resident Evil 7. Mind you, after I beat Resident Evil in PlayStation Plus, I went and bought it. And these are the games. I bought this last year. And this was the last game that I bought. So that's like 14 games that I bought. Most of them digital. Old school game. And I got Mirror's Edge Catalyst. I think I bought Mirror's Edge. I think I bought it back in 2021. 2022. Wow. I played 36 games last year. My highest game that I played was Red Dead Redemption 2 with 74 hours. Days Gone, 62 hours. Almost 50 hours in a double A game that I actually gave a chance, but it grabbed me because it was a vampire game. Resident Evil 4. 47 hours because I played it back to back. And Horizon Zero Dawn, 45 hours. 15 gaming sessions. 10 gaming sessions. 11 gaming sessions. 20 gaming sessions. I play Last of Us. 23 gaming sessions. 53. Spider-Man. Wow. And it says this right here. Lone Wolf. Sometimes all you need is single player games and some good snacks. So let's go over here. Let's get this down. And let's finish this video. How full of shit these piece of shit gamers are today. So Microsoft laid off 1,900 employees from Activision and Blizzard. Or Activision and Microsoft Xbox employees. There was no doom and gloom back then. But soon as Sony released even a fraction of that, now the gaming industry has to go die out. And we all have to play piece of shit AA games. Mind you, I have tried to play these same AA games that everybody's trying to suggest. These fake piece of shit simulators. And I'm like, whoa, these games are trash. And I deleted them off my shit. Now, everybody's like to use, making sure, everybody like to use Nintendo as a fake of, hey, Nintendo doesn't spend money on production and stuff. Yeah, but their games suffer because of it. These are low ass numbers for Nintendo, right? Their games don't grow past a certain point. Now, look at the games. I want to show people the games right now. All they got is Mario and RPGs. Why is it that these games don't grow past a certain point on the Switch? But you said low cost. Bayonetta been out for almost 2 years. Why is Bayonetta 2 at 1.2 million? I thought that Switch has a whole bunch of sales. I was told that, right? I was told that, right? Switch is they don't have to spend billions and hundred millions of dollars to make money back. But their games suffer for it. Because I can tell you if Bayonetta had the budget, especially people who like Bayonetta, we would have supported it and it would have got at least to 10 million. 10, 15 million in like 2 years. You know how I know? Look. This game been out almost a year. Bayonetta 1. Wow. It only made 1 million. It barely made any money. But I'm told the Switch put out so many games and they all sell. So wait. These numbers are a joke. I mean, look. Look. Only their games that are their staple make money on on the Switch. Let's see PlayStation. Let's see PlayStation. Let's see PlayStation sales. Let's see PlayStation sales, right? PlayStation. Let's see. Okay. Let's see their list. Gran Turismo. Is this PlayStation 1? No. Get that out of here. Oh, okay. Let's do this. This is the PlayStation. These are the PlayStation best-selling PlayStation some games. Okay. 10 million. That surpassed half of these games on Nintendo. Final Fantasy, 8 million. Tekken 3, 8 million. Harry Potter, 8 million. These are high numbers for PlayStation. These are old ass games. Mind you, this is 2000. This is the old these are old metrics for old gaming. And they still do better than the Switch. Let's talk about that right there. So the Switch can't even compete with PlayStation 5. They can't even compete with an old ass Switch, right? It's multi-generational, right? Multi-generational. But let's just get Spider-Man. Let's just give the PS5 it right there. And we're gonna go to the PlayStation 4. 10 million. That's the equivalent of about 20 different games on the Switch that still haven't made anything. And this has only been a couple months. This has only been 4 or 5 months? Was it October? Was it October? November, December, January, February, and March. 5 months. Spider-Man 2 been out for 5 months and it got 10 million. Next to a whole bunch of games on the Switch that's been out for 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. And they still haven't grown to 10 million. Ratchet & Clank, Elden Ring. These are PlayStation 5's biggest sellers. Let's go to the PlayStation 4. Because that's more appropriate. Because the Switch is still out. Let's show it. Let's see it. Spider-Man, 20 million. 20 million, 19 million. 16 million. 12 million. 10 million. 10 million. 10 million, 10 million, 9 million. But, mind you, most of these games are sports games and stuff like that. But then you get to the single player games, they grow. Switch can't even produce this much sales in what, 4, 5, 6 years? Isn't that a joke? But you want to keep using the Switch. So let's go to a game that nobody talked about. I watched everybody kiss the ass of CD Projekt Red. Okay. I watched everybody kiss the ass of CD Projekt Red for putting out a dog shit game. The same people who talk about how PlayStation doesn't have any games and talk about Xbox having a roadmap haven't learned The reason why the gaming industry is the way it is because of developers like CD Projekt Red, Ubisoft, who put it into the idea to hype gamers up. That's the reason why E3 died. Because the enthusiasm for E3 went down. I even see myself when E3 came around like, I don't care. Why would I care about games that they hyped up? I've been played too many times. The gaming industry is failing mainly because of the woke bullshit and also because the overhypeness that they love to do for games. Right? You can't talk shit about how the gaming industry is and you get behind developers to fix games years later. Dying Light 2 is one of them too, where you praise them when they fix the game up. They put guns in the game and go against their own lore, and you happy about it. You can't get mad when they put updates in your games, but when they censor your games. The anti-woke crowd is go after anything for clicks and views. There are videos of guys who used to do reviews, and all they do is woke shit, anti-woke shit. Nobody called this shit out about how bad Cyberpunk was and how it still is and how they didn't put features in the game and it had 3 years. But you was champion on, I'm playing Cyberpunk. But the AA games are unsustainable now? And it's going to overtake the indie market? The indie's going to somehow get everybody to go and play them. You think I want to play some indie bullshit or AA games? Or waste any money on them? They better be on sale or better be in PlayStation Plus. I ain't buying them piece of shit games. I didn't need Final Fantasy Rebirth to be in PlayStation Plus. I didn't even play Remake in PlayStation Now, and I had the chance to. I just bought it. That's all I did. I just bought it. It's on sale. Last of Us Part 1 was not on PlayStation Plus for sale. I got it. I know what I'm getting. That's the difference between piece of shit gamers who talk about how AA game is boring and stuff, but they don't want to go into the mechanics. They don't even understand the directors. They don't even understand the developers. I only bought a couple games, new games last year. I think it was just, what? What was it? Resident Evil? You seen the games I bought last year. One brand new game, I think, was Resident Evil. The whole year, let me check. The whole year, I didn't buy anything else. Just Resident Evil 4. Because none of the other games interest me. I'm not going to sit back and collect a whole bunch of games and have to sell them off. That's your problem. The reason why you got tricked by AAA games. And you said how boring it is. And I ask these same people about the innovation that you see in these indie games. And they can't tell me any storyline, different stuff that they put in there. You praise Baldur's Gate. Baldur's Gate 3. Remember Elden Ring and the fiasco, how Elden Ring was supposed to be the new standard of everything? And how everybody's supposed to just do what Elden Ring did? And then everybody stopped talking about Elden Ring. I seen people destroy their whole channels because Elden Ring. I seen people that I kind of like looking at. I stopped watching after that Quantum TV shit. And guess what happened? Everybody who's talked about Quantum TV now look like shit because they're worse than Quantum TV. Especially Review Tech USA. Look at Review Tech USA and how he fired his editor. And then he ended up streaming online with a Instagram thought. After he fired his editor and his editor was on stream crying about his rent. Now, his editor is a piece of shit too. Because now he's jumping on the gaming news about how gaming is being destroyed. That's why I didn't feel sorry for him initially, because he got fired. Dirtbags hang around dirtbags are usually dirtbags. Baldur's Gate 3. Okay. Almost done. Baldur's Gate 3. These developers got their head up their ass because they made one game and it got critical acclaim. And they were trying to pretend like they're the good guys. Didn't we see this before, you stupid idiots? Didn't Techland pretend they cared about the community and start pulling certain shit? Didn't CD Projekt Red act like they was for the community for about 10 years and then they pulled the whole cyberpunk bullshit? Larian Studios is going to be the same way. Most studios turn bad and it's up to you to buy from them. They don't have no right to tell any gamer, any game studios how to run their business. It's up to you whether you buy their games or not. I can see a game for what it is and how dog shit it is. I don't like games as a service. I don't like high level grindy games that doesn't reward me or doesn't have anything in the system to worth grinding for. So I don't touch these games. Why the fuck would I care about the Justice League? I played Arkham. You can see my trophies. I played Arkham. And then I played Arkham City. And I didn't play the third one. Even to this day, I didn't play it. I didn't play it. I don't care about it no more. I moved on. And I tried to play it before, and I'm like, yeah, this shit's it's not hitting like it was. But, mind you, these are PC guys. These are PC developers who, mind you, they were about to go out of business a few years ago, being just on PC. So let's look at that thing right here. And let's look at their numbers of their games. They have so many games. If they were such a great developer, like y'all tried to say he was, they had to crowdfund $2 million to make this game. But I'm supposed to believe that these PC developers know how to make console games. Crowdfund. Mind you, crowdfund. The game took $2 million to make. Mind you, these are the people who tell you that AA games are going to make their money back. And this is why I say that AA games and indie games can't make money like a AAA game can. Case in point, Larian Studios. So after a month of release, the game sold over 70,000 copies with over 1 million by 2017. So they made half of that money back. So basically, they probably needed to go back and ask more people for money. So let's talk about that, right? So they didn't get no sales. Soon as they came to consoles, because they needed to come to consoles, because consoles where the money is at. Mind you, the same market that these idiots say is unsustainable. But they don't want to blame, they want to blame AAA development and not blame the people who let these idiots, these woke idiots come in and destroy their games. Less people, even myself, is buying games because I don't want to play with ugly ass women. I don't want to play with lesbian characters. I don't want to be with this woke shit. And I'm buying less and less games. I'm buying backlog of old games so I can play them all together. But let's see. Let's see their sales. Let's see their sales. Baldur's Gate sold more than 2.5 million copies during its early access phase. That's 10 times more than any game that they made in the past 5 something years and since they're there. Isn't it funny that they come to consoles and they sell more on console than the PC market that's supposed to be so advanced, so vast that they couldn't even make that money on their own PC. Now, mind you, they were going to shut down. Let's see. They needed. Let's see Baldur's Gate 3. Development. So pretty much they had help with Baldur's Gate 3. They had somebody backing them on Baldur's Gate 3. There was no crowdfunding this time. But I'm told that indie games are just shit stomping AA games. And I asked this question, is anybody talking about an indie game right now? Final Fantasy Rebirth came out yesterday. Just yesterday. I don't hear anybody talking about, hey, I'm gonna play these old games. I don't care about Final Fantasy. We always have these dickwads who, when a new big game come out, they get mad because their games nobody want to pay attention to them. So they get attention by talking down to a game that just came out. They did it with Red Dead Redemption. They did it with a whole bunch of other games. And then when their games come out, like an Elden Ring or Baldur's Gate, they want everybody to go buy it. And everybody looking at them like, I don't give a fuck about that game. Or you played that game. I don't care. That's not my taste. I don't like that game. And then they make a big deal and they make themselves look stupid. Remember Justice for Act-Man? And then 2 years later, he showed you he was a piece of shit selling a broken game like Payday to everybody. Or Big Fry, who talk about all this other shit, but then he turned out to be the same person who promotes the same shit. The gaming industry is full of clickbaiters, hypocrites, and liars. It's not just the black manosphere. They need to clean it up. It's the gaming industry. It's the gamer player base. Who's gamers and who's not. Because I asked for a lot of gamer tags. And nobody giving them to me. At all. You see my gamer tag. You can pause the video and see the gamer tag. But the funny thing about this is that they don't want to give the gamer tag. I'm like, give me a Steam gamer tag then. Let's see. Let's see what you play. Nobody want to give it up. Like I said, they're full of shit, man. I'm here to play video games. Video games are one of the greatest things I have left in this shitty ass world filled with shitty ass people. Because if the world had better people, there would be more people fighting back against the bullshit and not hiding. But hey, we want to pretend like we have a whole city full of great people, or all this other crap going on. It's not just the woke people that we got to worry about. It's the anti-woke people who do clicks and views. It's the people who play games for live stream videos, who play every single game and they want to pretend like every game is trash for clicks and views. Or make videos about how Naughty Dog should do this and how this and this and that. Or, oh, factions and, oh yeah, this and this and that. I don't trust a lot of gamer opinions anymore. I trust the reviews. No, not the reviews. I don't even trust them no more. I trust the gamer tips. I just don't trust the people who go outside that. You got gamer. I mean, what is it? A couple years ago, when you had you had a channel that was all about Watch Dogs Legion. He milked the shit out of Watch Dogs Legion. Once Watch Dogs Legion died out, he went to become a Grand Theft Auto YouTuber. And then he died out. It's the reason why the gaming industry going down is because they have less skilled developers working on these games. You know how I know? Because every single time a patch happens on some of these games, they break the game even more. Ubisoft is infamous for it. Ask the players, ask Ghost Recon Wildlands, Breakpoint players about how many patches that was done on that game, and it broke the game every single time they made it. Ask Dying Light 2 fans about every time a new patch come out and it breaks the game. We have lack of good developers. So they have to bring in 5 people that should be the job of one person because they have less skilled people in these development. And I think PlayStation understands that, and they're like, no, we're only hiring the A team. We're tired of holding up the B team. You see these games. They have bad animation, bad fucking things in the game, bad gaming, bad designs, dialogue suck ass. A lot of shit technical wise in some of these games are ass because the developers don't know what the fuck they're doing. Look at Insomniac putting Mary Jane missions in the game instead of letting us play with Spider-Man and Miles Morales, or to make those missions optional. And Resident Evil 4 Remake, I just beat the game 2 days ago, I think, on PlayStation 5 version. We played one mission with Ashley when Leon got captured. One. That's it. One. The reason why the gaming industry is not making a lot of money because the woke shit and a lack of skilled developers. That's why. Because there was no AA games are somehow bad when Call of Duty was making a whole bunch of money. When Ubisoft was at the top of their peak. These are AAA games. I can tell you how many AAA games, what it was. Why wasn't it sustainable back then? Because it had less woke people and it had skilled developers who cared about their craft in their game. I go back to old games right today and they still hold up. BioShock World still hold up because they cared about crafting their games. Even the little details of the slot machines and the world right there is still there. When some of these people create these worlds, they don't put details in the game that make the game believable and real. Like Ghost Recon Wildlands. You see dead bodies all over the in some of these places to show that this is an everyday life in that environment, and you want to fight the cartels that rule this area, and you want to get rid of them. You're the hero, and they're the villain. Small things like that make you want to play the game even harder and beat these enemies and everything else. AA games don't have that, And indie games don't have that. That connection to real world, and you want to snuff somebody out, and be the hero of a game, or you're fighting in a war, and you want to fight these people because you've seen what they did in history. It's a higher connectivity when you have better graphics, better storyline, and better detail. You care about the game more, and you want to play it until it ends. These AA games and these indie games, you just play them, and that's it. They don't have staying power. That game that I played for 50 something hours or 40 something hours, that vampire game, it ran like shit. It crashed on me about 10, 15 times. And the only reason why I was played it is because I like the concept of a doctor turned into a vampire. But then they punished me, and they punished me because you got to feed on vampires or whatever. But I got the best ending because I didn't drink vampires. I didn't drink normal people. I drank like one person. But that's the only creative thing that I've seen. There's not even a lot of vampire games out here because it's not popular. But hey, like I said, the gaming industry is just as dirty as other places out here. The anime community, I can make a whole another hour video about the anime community. Woo! The comic book, woo! And I can make a video about the anti-SJWs. It's a mess in every sector now.